Welcome to SoGoodReviews.com on YouTube. This week we take a look at Love on the Rocks, directed by Dante Lam and Chan-Hin Ka. And I'm curious to know why such a control freak like Chan-Hin Ka, who often writes and produces, never directs alone. Evidence has shown, at least with co-writer Amy Chin, that Chan is quite a clever guy, at least in terms of gathering up questions and facets about relationships, and that's a large disorganized well to deal with in itself. In a coherent manner for a cinema audience. Hence, Love on the Rocks is quite a vocal portrayal of gaining experience and knowledge through ache, but classifying it as commercial cinema is a tad harder. Although it's a brave choice to keep matters quite non-wacky and dialogue-based, the very valid argument about this romantic comedy is that it stretches out its welcome for about 10 minutes. Nevertheless, the portrayals and journeys on display remain solid stuff, with structurally it being very logical that the script takes our faulty character, Louis Koo's Wong Kai-ming, to low places in order to start the climb up. Wong has been telling himself to think economically, but still invites girlfriend Annie, Gigi Lung, out to an all-you-can-eat hot pot on Valentine's Day, out of all days. Tuned ideas, poor balance and execution in this character. No spontaneity, no romance. No wonder the two break up on that very day, and in his confused state, where he can't examine himself alone, Wong enlists romance expert Crystal, played by Charlene Choi. And this character is the brightest, in a literal sense, aspect of Love on the Rocks, and Charlene Choi gets a very crucial role as a communicator of what makes fine love, and it makes sense that Crystal has never had those experiences herself. Crystal knows how to push for the adventurous side of Ming, getting him to uncomfortable places in order to send him out in the world to explore the experiences needed from the past to be used in the present. For large amounts of time, directors Chan and Lam keeps matters well afloat by balancing the word-heavy status of the production with a playful cinematic sense that merges with the film rather nicely. The latter parts of Ming's journey annoys though, and this comes from the script by Chan and Amy Chin. They managed to take to heart too much of the notion of getting Ming to the lowest, most stupid places, and therefore argues that jealousy will come out in the silliest of ways. This being very evident in the scene where Ming spies on Annie and rich boy Victor, played by Donnie Yen, and drunk Ming gets a whipping, very literally, by Jen. We then expect the final reel to then contain the sum of all that's happened. Knowledge gained, etc., etc. But somewhere along the line, the substance to all this that was present has become unclear, and all of a sudden characters have learned more than we logically thought was possible at this point. Therefore, Love on the Rocks is it is too long, as I mentioned, but it is also wrapped up too quickly, which is a weird thing to say. And although it possesses a totally admirable smart aura, the script by Chan-Hin Ka and Amy Chin is to be admired. It's a shame the movie can't thoroughly live up to the standout in the rom-com genre output it is for a while. In the end, it's actually trapped in its genre, and that's not a good thing.